Good morning, everyone. This is Mary with Crafty Mima's Place with another Make It Monday video. Today, it being a new month, we're going to start with a new stamp set. This is a beautiful bundle. I really like it. It's really easy to use. It's a photo polymer stamp set, Timeless Tulips, and a punch. I love punches. This punch will punch out this big tulip and this leaf right here. But you'll have to do them separately because it's both on the same punch. So it's real hard to line them both up together, but we'll make do. It also has some smaller tulips, some stems, and some beautiful phrasing. There's even a hello, a birthday, happy birthday, get well soon, happy Mother's Day, happy Easter, happy spring, happy everything. What a beautiful difference one single life makes. And may the memories of yesterday comfort you today. So it pretty much covers all of your different needs. From a hello card, to a sympathy card, to a get well card, to a Mother's Day card. All in one stamp set. And I will show you the project that we're going to make with it. As you can see, there's a lot of detail on these stamps that give you really nice looking flowers and leaves. So this is the card we're going to make. And I'll be right back to give you the dimensions and the products you will need. Okay, for this card, I used Bermuda Bay Cardstock. I thought it was a really spring type color, made me think of warm weather. Anyway, it's cut at 8 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. That will be your card base. Then you will need a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and that will be for the inside of your card. Then your layering layers, that was a tongue twister, will be, this is Pretty Peacock. It's one of our new in colors for 2019 to 2021. It's a really pretty blue-green color, and this is cut at 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. And then I have a piece of Coastal Cabana, another spring-sounding warm weather color for me. And this is cut at 4 1/4 by 3 1/4, 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And then we have one piece of the Suttles 6x6 paper pack. This one is mint macaron, and it's cut at 3 by 4. And then you'll need some white cardstock to do your stamping on. So let's get started in making our card, and you will see just how easy it is. Okay, we are going to use 3 stamp colors. We're going to use Highland Heather, Pear Pizzazz for the flower, for the stems and leaves, and Flirty Flamingo. These will be your 2 tulip colors and your leaves and stems. Okay, for this long piece, we're going to stamp with Pear Pizzazz and do our leaves and our stems. We'll need 2 stems and 3 leaves. So we'll use our stamping mat because this is photopolymer. So we're going to turn it this way so we can get 2 stems on this piece of paper. 1. 2. Okay, now we're done with that. We're going to do 3 leaves. Now these you want to kind of spread apart because you're going to use the stamp, the die, I'm sorry, the punch. Man, my mind just went totally off to the races. The punch to do these leaves. The stems you will have to cut out by hand. Okay, and then we will do the flowers here, 1 of each. And then after I punch them, we will do some more leaves. But I want to do these first with the punch. See how pretty that is? Look, see the shadings already in there for you. And it's really cool the way these stamps work. And one more. Let me wash this off with one of my baby wipes. Here's the Flirty Flamingo. It's so beautiful the way it does the shading for you. Okay, we're done with the Flirty Flamingo. We can close that up because you know I am an ink magnet. So we're going to close them up before I get it all over my hands. And then we will wipe off this stamp, put it to the sides, and punch out these two flowers. Okay, move that out of the way before I get that on me. All right, we're going to just line it up. And like I told you, it's going to stamp out when I do this. It's going to stamp out. Can't get it. 1 second. Okay, the mistake I made, I punched too high up off the paper, so the punch wasn't reaching to the flowers. So you want to make sure that you punch closer to the bottom edge when you stamp yours. I just took off 1/4 of an inch so that I could line it up and get it in there right. There's one and a bonus leaf. And here's the other one. And that leaf I'll have to throw away because it's only a partial leaf. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and punch out one more leaf out of this paper here. Right here on the end. That way I can just stamp those and we'll have our leaves and everything done. So I'll put my two flowers to the side. Get back my ink and my leaf. And you have to make sure that you line it up so that it's going in the same direction as your stamp. And just line it up. And there's one. We'll do the same with this one. Make sure I got it facing the right direction. And this one I didn't get quite centered. All right, so we're done with the Pear Pizzazz. We're done with all of our ink. Now we're going to use the punch to punch out this last leaf without getting our stems. There we go. Now we have our 3 leaves, our 2 flowers, and 3 leaves, and all we need to do now is our stems. Now, in order to do the stems, you're just going to have to cut them out by hand because there is no die for them. So we'll just take our paper snips and very quickly cut around them. You don't have to be super close to the edge or real on the money, but just follow the line and cut out some stems. You can go right up to the line. You can go a little bit away from the line. However you like to fussy cut. I'm not much for fussy cutting. I would rather use dies or punches, but sometimes you don't have a choice. You have to fussy cut. So there's one, and I'll finish the next one and we'll start to do the card. I almost forgot, we're going to stamp the greeting right up in the corner here. It says hello, and we're going to use the Highland Heather to stamp on there. Or you could use black if you so like. A little more ink, it doesn't look very dark. Hello. There we go. We have hello in the corner. Now we're going to assemble our card. I'm going to put away this and that and start to assemble the card. We're going to start with the card base, and of course we're going to use we're going to put Whisper White inside the card with our Snail Adhesive. Remember, this is cut 5 1/4 by 4, and it will sit right in here and just make a really nice little border. Put it on the inside. Just a really little snail. Okay, and now on the front we're going to start layering them. I think what we'll do is we'll layer the piece and then put it on the front of the card. So we're going to start with Pretty Peacock. We're going to put the Coastal Cabana centered on that. Go. And we're going to center our piece of Designer Series paper from the Suttles pack. This one is Macron. We're going to put it right here and center it also. And as you can see, I got a smudge, but I'm going to be covering that with one of the flowers so you really won't see it. So we'll just continue on. I'm going to put my stems on. I generally decide how tall I want to make the flower, and then you want this end to be the top because you can see it's a little wider up there, so that would be the top of the flower so that you can set it near the top of the flower and it fits. So we're going to put that there. So we'll put some adhesive on this. This is a Silicone Craft sheet. They do sell them. This is not from Stampin Up, but Stampin Up does have one. Nothing sticks to this. You can get everything off of it. That's why I like to use it. But I already had one, so I couldn't see buying another one. Put one flower this way. We'll take our other one near the top of the piece, and we will put that one over, kind of facing that way, and we will cut the ends off. And then we're going to use some Stampin Dimensionals to pop up the flowers. You could put 2. I put 3 on this one, but 2 would probably be plenty. We covered up our boo-boo, and then this one, I'm going to have to move it down because it's too high. Okay, that looks good. Put 2 on this one. This month, I'm going to, everything on my site is going to be about this. I have a beautiful online class that includes a box, a candy box, and 4 cards, all made with this stamp set and punch. I will be talking about that later. Do a little video for it. Now we'll put some leaves on, and we'll do one right in the center. All month long. I even have a little basket, candy basket for, we'll put one over here. Easter basket, candy basket, spring basket, whatever you would like to call it. It has tulips on it also. It'll be very, it's very cute. I liked it. I thought it was adorable. Put this one here, and then put one facing the other direction. Then we'll trim it, put it on the front of the card, and we are done for Make It Monday. One more. I'd like to put it underneath this if I can get it. Yeah, I can. Okay. A little bit more like that. Okay, now we're going to trim some of the leaves off. The stems, I mean, so that they fit the cardstock. And there's our finished panel. And then all we have to do is attach it to the front of the card. Now you can either use Stampin Dimensionals if you want to make it a little more 3D, or you can just simply use Snail Adhesive, which is what I'm going to use. So just remember, the more layers and the more embellishments you put on a card, the more you're going to pay to send it through the mail. So if you're going to mail cards, it's best to make them less 3D. All right, so that's our cards for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'll be back next Monday with another Make It Monday. Next week, we will be making another card. As we get closer to the end of the month, we will be making this really adorable little basket that I think is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It just came together in minutes, and it's very cute with its little grass in there for Easter. That'll be near the end of the month. So stay tuned till then so you can see how to make that little basket. Have a great Monday. See you later. Bye.